Get strong.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Let's Discuss. In this episode of Let's Discuss, we're going to be talking about the new Bloomburrow set that gets released in just a few weeks. Now, sorry about the lack of videos. I know I didn't really do anything for the AC set or anything really much on the... I think I did two Let's Discuss on the Fallout stuff back in March. I've been busy. I've been quite busy. So, we have... of uploading this video is Wednesday, so about a few more days until the pre-release for Bloomburrow, which way you'll be able to get pre-release set or other magic products from your local game store. But next week, being the 2nd, is the actual release date, which is when I'm going to be getting my collector's booster, so I'm quite excited for that. So I thought we'll just kick it off by looking through all the spoilers, going through the cards I think are really good, cards I think are trash, and some really cool looking showcase and alt arts, especially in the commander decks. Commander decks look pretty spicy. So let's have a look. So as you can see, Bloomburrow spoilers, and we go to the first one being this card, Bowser. Now, each color has a form of an elemental something. For example, this is elemental elk. This card, you get bonuses depending on what your opponent has. Like, as this battlefield, create a treasure token if the opponent controls more lands than you. You gain 4 life if an opponent has more life than you. Create 2 create 2 1/1 bluefish creature tokens if an opponent controls more creatures than you. Draw a card if an opponent has more cards in their hand than you. It is possible to do all of these effects, but it sounds like you have to be quite behind to do it. These cards also have cool looking alt arts. These alt arts are supposed to be like pages from a journal. As you can see, all the writing here. It's similar to hang on. Rolo, that's it. Wondering why I looked over there? It's because I have an entire frame of the Adventures of the Realm cards. It's like Rolo's monster manual. This is probably what will be inside it. Yeah, they all seem pretty cool. They don't have any like showcase, just alt arts. Classes make a return. So classes are, for those who don't know, classes appeared in Adventures in the Realm, the first D&D set, to my knowledge. They start off as level 1, and then you can pay a certain amount of mana to go to level 2, and so much mana to get to level 3. You still gain the buffs from the levels before. So these are pretty cool. I used to, as you guys knew, I ran Fighter's class in my Circle N deck. It was pretty good, and I also used the Artificer's class in Urza. But it's nice we're getting new classes, because I just think they're really good enchantments that can gain you additional buffs the longer the game goes on. Foods also make their return. Also, we have new cards that have gift a food or gift a card. If you gift someone, say, a food or a card or a creature or anything, gain additional buffs. Like, for example, crumble and get it. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they create a food token before its other effects. And then, target creature you control gets +2/+2 at the end of turn. If a gift was promised this turn, also gain indestructible till end of turn. So if they accept the gift, you gain additional buffs. I'm sure at some point some people might actually want to do the additional buffs, or they might just say, nah, your guy's gonna die. It's probably a like friend of the table. I'll give you stuff. I will give my stuff too. But a lot of our stuff is kind of like, most of this stuff is kind of like bulk, just random bulk that they have to put in. But we also have something called offspring. Effectively, if you pay the offspring cost, like this is offspring 2 mana, so pay 2 mana, create a token copy of it. Effectively, that's what it is. You create a 1/1 token copy of the card. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are kind of bad. Like, I can see this card being quite useful because whenever you gift a card, draw a card. Seems pretty good. If you want to play a gift deck, probably going to be your main card. And either in standard or in commander. If you really want to try commander, go ahead. Life Creed Duo. Effectively, it's a Soul Apprentice. Different to Soul Warden because it's you can miss time and or just forget about it. It's not mandatory going game. It's kind of fine. An extra mana though, which is a bit more. Here we go. Season of. Ugh. Stop yawning. God damn it. So, Season of Burrows are new sorceries that it gives you basically 5 counters, and you may choose any number of modes the same amount of times. For example, if you really want to, you can have 5 1/1 white rabbits, or you can exile 2 non-land permanents. You can draw 2 cards. Unfortunately, the bottom one, they all have 1, 2, and 3 modes. The third one is return target permanent with mana rate 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. I think these are really good. I also like that these are actually paw prints. It's easier to see on the old arts. Nice little paw prints, I like that. So these might be like, if you're like an old art collector, you probably want all of these since they all come in like white, blue, black, red, white, green. There's no multicolored ones to my knowledge. They're only monocolored cards. Like a lot of most of the white cards are basically proof and protection, pretty much. Not much in the way of some spice other than the elk and the season cards. But now we go to blue. Blue is where I get a little bit excited because we get more rats. And you guys know me, I do like me some rats. I have a couple commander decks that are in fact rats. I do like me some rats. This rat is actually really, really good. For those of you who also are fans of rats, this is a 2-drop, 1/3 Vigilance. And it can't be blocked with creatures with power 2 or greater. It's almost like Skulk. Except it can still be blocked by 1/1. But when he attacks, up to 1 target artifact, creature or planeswalker an opponent controls loses all abilities until the end of the next turn. If it's a creature, it also has the base power toughness 2/2. So effectively, you can turn off someone's commander, which I think is really funny. card is really good. Also, he's doing like a slide tackle. When I first saw this, I thought it was some sort of water gun, but it's a knife, some form of knife. You can see it easy on the showcase. This is the showcase art of the Bloomburrow cards. I'm in love with these cards. They do look like the Enchanting Tale cards. The borders do, at least. So yeah, I'm really liking. I'm the type of guy who will collect showcase cards. As here I have an entire frame of showcase. I have a binder that's almost full of showcase. I just really like them. And it makes me happy that we're getting more rats, even though that I got, so far this year, I've got a few new rats. What's the last rat I got, really? Last good rat. Because there's the bad, I've had enough of seeing bad rats. I was gonna say when was the last rat, might have been Ruthless Rad Rats, but it's not. It's the Warlock one from Thunder Junction ad that does nothing other than make a mercenary when it dies. That's a bad rat. This is a good rat. This makes me sad that I'll have to split into black-blue. So I'm going to be running a Demir rat deck. I prefer mono decks myself. I prefer mono. Threats, I'll play 3 mana. I'm never playing Woolbug again. Through that. Too much for my brain to handle. 3 mana is my limit. At the moment, I've only got 1 3-color deck, and that's Yuma, Proud Protector. The rest I've got is Radagast, got Maonar, which is my mono black rat deck. I've got Kemba, and then Yuma being the multicolored. I say that I do have the Liberty Prime. I do have the Science deck precon. Still has a precon from the Fallout stuff. But do technically have 5 decks, but I mainly only have like, and Yuma is an upgrade precon at this point. It's a souped up upgrade precon. It's got so many playing cards in there. Maybe I do update profiles of my decks. In fact, you guys haven't even seen Kemba. Maybe I do a Kemba one sometime. So, we have tons of good frogs and some bad frogs. I think the frogs are one creature type that a lot of people is really hyped for, because people really want to build a frog commander deck. Which I think is fine. It does seem some of the frogs in the set do pretty good. I think there's a frog in here that gets all frogs like Ward 1 or something. I think this is... Oh, there we go, the elemental fish. So, power and toughness are equal to the number of lands, islands you control. Enters the battlefield or attacks with a flood counter target land. If it's an island, it is an island in addition to its other types, for as long as it has a flood counter on it. The first instant sorcery spell you cast each turn costs 1 blue. Costs 1 blue or 1 colorless less to cast for each flood counter. For each land with a flood counter on it. Huh. After reading this again, a card comes to mind. If anyone can remember the name of the axolotl from the Bertho precon from Ixalan, that also puts flood tokens on lands? This can go in that. This can go in the Merfolk deck. To be fair, that deck doesn't even need to be upgraded. It's already dumb. I do like this art because you actually get to see the full animal. But yeah, this is definitely a really good Who doesn't like your blue spells to be free? Especially since it either does one pip less or a colorless less. It's really dumb. For example, a cow spell can just be free. Your blue card can be free to cast, which is pretty dumb. Here's the Otter Ball. This guy, actually really good. It has it's a 1/3 2-drop vigilance. A lot of creatures seem to have 1/3 vigilance in the set, like the rat from earlier. It's got prowl, so when you cast a creature spell, it gets a 1/1 at the end of turn. You can tap him, discard draw a card, then discard a card. You can pay to tap him, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if its power is free. So you do have to cast 2 non-creature cards before you can cast the 3rd card to get this off. But there's nothing stopping you just putting 1/1 counters on it. If you put 2 1/1 counters on it, you're sorted. You're sorted. But yeah. This, if you really wanted to, this could be a commander. But I think people would rather the red blue otter, the one we saw very early on in like Shelduro and a rat and otter would propose. It just surveils 2, so you would choose to put the top 2 cards in your library either back on top or in the bin. Where is... there it is, Season of Weaving. So, you can draw 5 cards, or choose 2 artifacts or creatures you control, create a token copy of it, or return non-land, non-token permanent goods on its hand. If anything, I would rather do the middle one. Who wouldn't want to create a token of, for example, Soul Ring? Who wouldn't want another Soul Ring on board? Or a creature, because then you get a ETB trigger. I'm trying to think of what rats would I want. I think a lot of my good ones are legendaries. Yes. Now I wouldn't want another copy of Brackon. And this is the old art. Does that dragonfly in here? No? Okay, I guess I just added that. Rat, otter and frog. Wishing Well. I saw this card early, like a few weeks ago, and I really like it. So you can tap, put a coin counter on Wishing Well. When you do, you may cast target instant sorcery spell with mana value equal to the number of coin counters on Wishing Well from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If the spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it, activate only as a soul. So yeah, like turn 1, you can tap, put a coin counter on there. If you have like Mystic Tutor, I think that's the one that allows you to search for an instant or sorcery, put on top of your deck. You can do that. You can do that like twice in one turn if you want to. Got like 5 mana. I think it's really good. I like it. Why would I not want to cast instant sorceries from my graveyard in my rat deck? Oh, so many good ones. I still need to tweak my Demir rat deck. I still need it. The commander for that deck actually comes in this set. If you guys already know what he is, fair, but we'll get to him at some point. surprisingly, a lot of the black cards are squirrels. A little bit odd, but a lot of them are squirrels. We have tap, pay a life, draw a card. Like this, it's fine for like it's turn 2, you can draw a card. But it doesn't seem that great. Where is... This is just a bad kill card. It's a sorcery. It's a 2-drop sorcery. Destroy target creature. Ideally, you kind of want these to be instant. Cost 1 less for each creature you own as exile and in your graveyard. Ooh. Here we go. This card is nuts. So, 5-drop 6/5 with Flying, Trample, and Ward. Discard a card. So if your opponent wants to target this card, they have to discard a card. Creatures your opponent controls have toughness of 1. Doesn't matter if it's a 10/10, it's a 10/1, it can die to a 1/1. Oh, never mind, I shall play this bird, and then I shall play Elish Norn. All your creatures get neck 2/2. Everything dies. Damn. Yeah, this card's enough. This can be a board wipe if your opponent, if you also got like mass negs. Even worse if you like say, I'm gonna, I don't know why, Toxic Deluge. I'm gonna pay 1 life for Toxic Deluge. Actually, no, shout actually. I don't have Toxic Deluge in any of my decks. The only deck I really had Toxic Deluge in was in Tree Folk, because at least if I got the right amount of toughness, none of my guys should die. Hopefully not even my commander, because my commander is usually a like 20/20. I say 20/20, it's usually like a 0/20. Where's boss? Did I go past season loss? I might have by accident. What is it? No. Why am I just forgetting what it looks like? Oh no, there it is. It says seasonal loss. So, each player sacrifices a creature. Draw a card for each creature you control that died this turn. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creatures cards in your graveyard. So the last bit is pretty good because I play Rat Colony deck. So I have at least 24 Rat Colonies in the bin, plus any other rats. I have potential of doing like 24 damage to each of my opponents, and I gain that much too. In my deck, this could be a game win. So this is definitely going in the rat deck. We need to also tell a story. I can't remember what that story is, but these actually tell a story. Behold, Wick. He makes a snail. He is also a blue, black, red commander for rats. So when Wick or another rat you control enters the battle, just as enters, create a 1/1 black snail creature token if you don't already control a snail. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on a snail you control. So the idea is, you make a snail, play a bunch of rats, make your snail very big, and then pay blue, black, red. Sacrifice the snail. Wick deals damage equal to sacrifice creature's power to each opponent. Then, draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power. So yeah. There's no way I'm even gonna get it to like 40, but if I ever get it to 20, or sack it, oh, nice. It's just dumb that now you can play blue, black, red. So we can also play the cards from Eldraine that are red. That can be done here too. Which I think is pretty cool, because then we can run Song of Tatatas or something. One red X, red X, one more black rats to gain haste. So that could be something. I might at some point do a deck build of this some point next year. It's just kind of dumb. Personally, I don't really play that many red decks, so I'm not really sure. I had not a lot of red cards have really pointed out at me. Like maybe this, Festival Embers. During your turn, you may cast instant sorcery spells from your graveyard by paying life in addition to the other types. Yeah, paying 1 life in addition to the other types. So if a card or token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile instead. So that's kind of meh. But you can sack it if you want to. But here's Season of the Bold. Create a tapped treasure token. Exile the top 2 cards of your library till the end of turn. Until the end of your next turn, you may play them. Till the end of your next turn, whenever you cast a spell, Season of the Bold deals 2 damage to up to 1 target. This seems to be what Red seems to be doing now. It seems to be doing a lot of exiling and allowing you to cast them from exile. It seems to be doing more of that than the actual damage of what Red's supposed to do. I've only got one deck that has red in it at the moment. That's Humor. I don't have gnomes anymore because I took gnomes apart to build Kemba because I needed all the good multi tokens from. I needed all the cards that create tokens from gnomes to pop them into Kemba. So at the moment I only have a Yuma which has red, and I rarely play red. What was the elemental? Oh, wait, here it is. So, elemental cap. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. When Sunspine Lynx enters, it deals damage equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. Oh dear. Okay, this is pretty. I like this. I can see this being in Marcus's giant deck, just because of the time. To be fair, if you're on Conjurer's Closet, you can just keep blinking this out every end phase. For each of your end phase, you can just keep blinking it. That's actually kind of nasty. Now we go on to the green cards. Seems like the raccoons have expand 4, so you may expend 4 as you spend your fourth total mana to cast spells during a turn. That's basically what it is. If you do that, this gains indestructible too. They all have different things, but ooh. Behold, the Elemental Turtle. So, it is a 4/6 with reach. As long as you control 10 or more lands, creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever an or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped, otherwise put it into your hand. So you can run this and door in the siege tower and just keep putting lands on the battlefield or putting the creatures into your hand, because most of the time tree folks will always have greater toughness than its power. I like this. For the common good, create X tokens that are copies of target token you control. Then tokens you control gain indestructible to your next turn. You gain 1 life for each token you control. The only downside is you have to create a token of a token. That's the only downside to this. But it is a quick, indestructible gain life. We have Day Leader. It is a 3-drop 1/1 trample. When it enters the battlefield, it gets a 1/1 counter for each other squirrel and or food you control. Inside a squirrel deck, this can be massive, and it doesn't just stop there. Whenever another squirrel or food you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Day Leader, so it just keeps getting bigger. This can be a 20/20 if Zeddy really wanted to. The bear! This bear is dumb. I want it for Yuma. So it is a 6-drop, Vigilance Reach, power toughness equal to the number of lands you control. When it enters, mill 4 cards, then return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. I'm seeing this card, and I'm also seeing the combo of Lumina, and a card called Tiller Engine. For those who don't know, whenever land is battlefield tapped under your control, you may choose one, untap that land, or tap creature an opponent controls. So all those lands that come in, you can untap them. Tiller Engine is disgusting. I've won a game with Tiller Engine and it was really dumb. And Luma actually has, obviously it's got this artwork, but also has this artwork where got angry because the bunnies were throwing pine cones at him. This always gets me. It's like, oh no! Oh, you angered the wrong bear. Alright. Season of Gathering. So, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. It gains Vigilance Trample to the end of turn. Choose an artifact or enchantment. Destroy all permanents that of the chosen type. So this can destroy all enchantments or all artifacts, or if you really wanted to, you can destroy all artifacts or enchantments by doing this mode twice. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Yeah. And I do love these artworks, they're so good. That's Mabel. Pretty sure that's Mabel, because that's the Crag Flame. Blue Otter, the red blue otter, so whenever you cast a spell that isn't the first instant sorcery spell, like other than him, you may have target opponent draw a card. If you do, copy that spell, you may choose new targets for a copy. So you get to copy the spell they draw. Like this can be your commander, it's like a 5-drop V5, but if we can do this, it might be worth playing. It also has this style alt art, which I do really like these, but I prefer these more. I kinda do. The Haymaker seems pretty fun. 3-drop for free. Tap 2 untapped tokens you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Tap 3 untapped tokens you control. Draw a card. Tap 4 untapped tokens you control. Put all 3 1/1 counters on Braylon the Haymaker. It gains trample to the end of the turn. I think this is pretty cool. like, I can use this at Jetmere because I create so many tokens. Our squirrels you control have menace. That's really good. Whenever you sacrifice one or more foods, create 1/1 squirrel. That isn't as useful, but giving all your squirrels menace is pretty good. Is a frog with Death Touch. You may look at top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library. Also has Surveil 2. We got Hugs. Here's Mabel. We already know what Mabel does. This was one of the first cards that got released. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention. The planeswalkers in the set have been turned into animals. Like we got Raoul, we got Espeth, Liliana, Nissa, Garuk, Jace. I remember there's another. I want to say there's another in the commander deck. Most of them come in a commander deck. Instant sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. Pretty decent. There he is. This is going to be my new rat commander. So he is a 4-drop 3/4 with Ward 2. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. So instead of it going to the graveyard, it just goes into the Shadow Realm. At the beginning of each end step, so both mine and my opponent's, create X 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature gets a +1/+1 for each other rat you control, where X is the number of creatures your opponent controlled that were exiled this turn. So if 3 creatures were exiled, during their phase I create 3 1/1 black rats. If 5 were exiled, I create 5, and so on through everyone's turns. I'm going to be running a bunch load of sack and kill cards in this deck. And draw cards, because blue has a lot of good draw cards. Now it doesn't have a showcase, but it does have an alt art, which I will be buying this in foil. Or hopefully I pull it in my collector's booster. Rats. Rats. This card can get big. Has ward, sacrifices food. That doesn't really matter because this turns every creature into food. Whenever food is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put 2 1/1 counters. So it can be pretty big, but you can also destroy it very easily by sacking one of your. If it's just a kill card like destroy target creature, that's fine. It will get big, but you can still pop it. If it's like negs or deals damage, then it's gonna be hard to kill. I think it's still kind of funny. Doesn't have any other keywords though. And when we get to like the artifact, there isn't really much artifacts in the base set that I really like. I think there's like only 2, and that's the Wishing Well and an equipment called Shortbow. So 1/1 and has Vigilance and Reach, but for 1. I think that's pretty decent. I like it a lot. Fabled Passage gets a good reprint. Then we have the Village Lands. Each of the village lands share at least 2 creature types. For example, the blue one, Surveil 2, activate only if you control a bird, frog, otter, or rat. The white one, sacrifice it, look at the top 6 cards of your library, may reveal a bat, bird, mouse, rabbit card, turn it into your hand, put the rest of the bottom of the library. Sacrifice this, return bat, lizard, rat, squirrel from your graveyard to your hand. Put a 1/1 counter on each frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control that entered the battlefield this turn. Target lizard, mouse, otter, or rabbit you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste till the end of turn. Activate only as a... Yeah, unfortunately, this is the only one that can be activated as a sorcery. All the others can be activated at instance. We also get the... I don't think these lands have old hearts. It's just free... Yeah, Free Tree City. So, Free Tree City is a new land, which ends battlefield, choose creature type. For example, I'm going to choose rats. It taps 4 colors, or I can pay 2, tap, choose a color, add an amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control of the chosen type. So I've got 10 rats. I can tap, I pay 2, tap, I'm going to choose black. I've got 10 black mana. Or I'm going to pick blue. I've got 2. No, I'm going to have 10 floating blue mana because I've got 10 rats. Yeah, 10 mana, 10 rats. It also has seasonal artwork, so we got winter, summer, spring, and autumn. I would love to grab one of each of these, just to have them in my folder, or to play, depending on what deck I want to build, color wise. I could put this... Actually, I can't put it in the Radagast because I got different creature types. Never mind. Never mind. Even these lands also have seasonal artworks. For sure, yeah, they have same kind of creature. They all have a mouse. The plains has a mouse. The island has a frog. The swamp is there a squirrel? Oh no, it's a lizard. It is a lizard. That's a raccoon and that's a rabbit. So that's kind of it for the main set. We'll go into the commander deck. We'll have a look at all the commander cards. As Garruk, I think he's a raccoon. I want to say he's a raccoon. Sword of the Squeak. It's a +1/+1 for each creature with the base power toughness of 1. Whenever a hamster, mouse, rat, or squirrel enters the battlefield, you may attach Sword of the Squeak to that creature. Go for 2. I think that's kind of funny. I don't think I'll use it, but I will probably buy it because I do think it's kind of funny. But this card, Swarmyard Massacre. We ignore the fact you get 2 squirrels because it kind of makes it irrelevant. But then, each creature that isn't an insect, rat, spider, squirrel, gets -1/-1 to the end of turn. For each creature you control that's an insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. So if I got 10 rats, each of my opponent's creatures that isn't an insect, rat, squirrel, or spider gets that many negs. For 5 mana. That many negs. I like it. I will have this in rats. I'm not going to buy any of the commander decks because, alas, still no rat commander decks. Well, still no rat precons. Big sad. It was one of the things I was hoping for this set. But behold, a squirrel with myriad, so it spits out. So at least 2 tokens are going at your opponents, which is kind of funny. Oh, there. Oh yeah, we got a hedgehog. We have a hedgehog. Yeah, I'll say that's a hedgehog. I think. Power. When it attacks, it gains +X/+0 to determine X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. When you spend 6, gain control of up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control this. You expand 6 as spent your 6th total mana. Oh, okay, it's that. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's Espeth. A mouse. I think this card's really good. This is, if you guys know Kalia, this is effectively a mouse version of Kalia, except this and another creature has to attack. You look at the top 6 cards of your library, reveal creature card, that creature comes onto the battlefield tapped and attacking, and at the end of combat it gets bounced to your hand. So you have it for at least a battle, and then it goes back to your hand. I think it's really good. It'll probably have a lot of maybe dragons because it's got red, and maybe dragons and a bunch of ETBs. Hell, you might even want to put Elder Norm, Mother of Machines in here, just for the additional ETB triggers. Safari time. We got Safari. 100 Bunnies is a decent card. Draw a card, create one of our creature, then each opponent may draw a card and create the same thing. Each opponent who chooses, which does draw a card, and you create. So you draw extra cards, while your opponent draws one card, you can draw extra cards pretty much. All these cards are alt arts, which I actually really. Did Bird of Paradise get? I'm sure Bird of Paradise got a reprint somewhere. Wilmard, Faithful Strix, Gilded Goose, the Ant Queen, Maonar, and Ink Eyes got a reprint. Nasset, the Luminous Broadmoth. Even Khan is a tree. Khan is a damn tree in this set. Oh, there's Birds of Paradise. Chanfang. Pretty sure Chanfang has 2 prints. Yeah, it's got this, and it's got this. Okay. These two come in like collector boosters. This actually comes in the commander deck. Oh, there you go. There's Liliana, Nissa, Jace. Oh, Tamio. I forgot about Tamio. Tamio's another one. Then we have the commanders. So, I have no interest in buying any of the commander decks. I'll probably just buy singles myself. That's just me at least. But these are all the different alt arts and showcase cards. Even and special guests, being Kidrid Charge, Relentless Rats, Ledger Shredder, Sylvan Tutor, Husky, Frogmite, Rat Connolly, Swords of Plowshare. Like, these are actually quite decent, like, special guests. I don't think we really got that many. Did we get any great special guests on Thunder Junction? I don't think we did. I think they were kind of like meh. But these are pretty cool. Ledger Shredder was actually pretty hyped to have. I showed you most of the showcase cards from while going through the cards. Also, tell me, anyone else see Score Bunny? I can't help but see Score Bunny in this card art. I'll probably put an image of Score Bunny right next to it in the editing. But yeah, this definitely looks like Score Bunny. It's kind of funny. But yeah, these are like Commander slash is alt arts. Like, these are really nice. I might try and grab them all. Maybe I'll try and grab these plus the showcases maybe. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sword of Fire and Ice. Forgot about that reprint. I don't know why it's down here, not with the others. Like, I already have a copy. Obviously, you guys know I done my profiles. I've got one, but it's nice to actually see these get reprinted a lot more, so that a lot of people can have access to them. Because some of the swords go for like over 30. Ice and Fire is one of them. You can try and get cheap on card market for like 25. But it's good to these We print tons of cards. Just allow people to play the cards they want to. And yeah, that's Bloomburrow. Official release date the 2nd of August. The pre-release for your local game shops is it's either going to be 26th or 27th. But yeah. So yeah, that's kind of been my Let's Discuss. I will try to at least I might have to go to one video a week, so this will be the video for this week. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed me ranting about the Bloomburrow spoilers. If there's a card that you're really hyped for, or an artwork you really like, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, hopefully I'll make more videos and see you guys hopefully maybe next week with maybe a deck profile. Ooh. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.